I've kind of been wanting to go over also just some of the things that this huge pamphlet of all these papers that the doctor gave me of researching depression, some of the highlights that I knew for me were questions, and I wondered um, if they should be concerns or how much we actually knew about it. The first thing on here is that for the initial treatment of depression, meaning the doctors and um, the research world into depression, suggests a combination of antidepressant medication and psychotherapy. Well-designed studies have shown that combination treatment is more effective than either treatment on its own. It goes in to say that depending on the person and the situation, um, people can pick and choose which one they prefer and like and works best in their lifestyle, and varies depending on the intensity of the depression in the person. But most people that have it really severely, the best that they have seen is when we do a pill and a therapist. So the other thing it also talked about was as they select different depressants, they have SSRIs, that is a category of antidepressants. And I don't fully understand all that stuff, but I guess those are the antidepressants that are safer and more well studied and known about. So those are the ones that they go with first when you're first trying out pills, because they want to start with the best, safest health-wise, and that won't have as high risks. Let's see, the other bullet point I had was, at this time there is no evidence that using a genetic, psychological, or biological test to guide the choice of medication leads to better outcomes than the doctor using his or her knowledge and best judgment. So I thought that was interesting, because I wanted them to just like, can't they test my blood or something to see some type of a hormonal imbalance and give me the whatever it is that I am hormonally low on or high on. And they do have some tests like that, but according to what the doctor was saying and what this paper says, it's just that it doesn't, they can do it, but it doesn't have any better outcome than just guessing what to try next, because it doesn't fully, it's not a good enough test yet. They're still trying to figure out the quirks of that one. Then, let's see, the psychotherapy compared with antidepressants, and again, that was just going over, reiterating that neither one is better for the person. It's just depends on your preference, but usually doing both, which I thought was good to know, because a lot of times I feel kind of guilty for doing both, but more than that, I have felt almost broken at the fact that I have to do both, that like, if I'm taking a pill, I should be fine, I shouldn't have to do anything else, and the fact that I need something else means that I'm weak or just never going to get better. So it was comforting for me to realize that it is okay to need both, and that has some really good results. And then it goes on to also talk about relaxation and exercise and positive activities are good, and that these can only help, but again, don't feel bad if they're not the full answer, because it's, especially with severe depression, it won't fix everything, and there will be times where you can't get off the couch to do the exercise or the good activities. So again, that was comforting for me because I definitely felt that. It also talks about how people with depression will often have a lot of anxiety, and that is true for me, and insomnia. And there's been times that I have felt restless, but I wouldn't ever classify myself as insomnia. I sleep pretty good. My problem, and maybe this falls into insomnia, I haven't really studied that, I guess, very much, but my problem is I can sleep 8 hours, 12 hours, however long of sleep, and I still feel pretty much just as tired when I wake up. I never feel like even if it's a good sleep, even if I sleep soundly, no interruptions in the night, I don't feel rested usually when I wake up. So that's something that we're trying to figure out as well. And then I guess that was all that I had highlighted for now, but these are all just questions that I had, and so if you worry that maybe you're different or not sure how to handle these things, it's okay. It's a learning experience, I think, for all of us, but to realize again that if we don't address this real health problem, that it will have lasting side effects, just like anything else. If you have cancer, or if you have IBS, or if whatever it is, if you just try to ignore it, it will either stay not stagnant, but continue to be bad, or it will get worse. So it's okay to figure out what you need to do. I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions, please comment or ask, and I would be more than happy to research it more and try to give a better answer.